Hey guys, what's going on? It's Josh here at Take 'em TV, and today I want to talk about hammer calls. Now, I learned about this company off Instagram, and I found them, scrolling through duck season, scrolling through my news feed and everything, and I saw hammer calls. And I kind of looked a little bit more into them, and I actually found out that they are based out of Nebraska, which is where I'm from. So that was kind of a cool factor to it. And then checking out into it a little bit more, I learned that they still hand turn their calls on a lathe and everything. So each one of these calls in their boxes that they send you, which honestly are, for the price, it's pretty killer, but each one of their calls comes in these nice little boxes. I have two of them. I have one duck call and one goose call from them, but both of these calls were handmade on a lathe by one of these guys who works for Hammer Calls. So I kind of wanted to come on here, talk about it for you guys, so that way you guys could actually show them some love and support. This company's awesome. The way that they do all their stuff is awesome. Super easy ordering, super fast shipping, super fast delivery. If you have any problems, you just email them. There's a lifetime warranty on each call. If they break, you can send them back. They'll fix the part, they'll send it right back to you. And the biggest thing is, if you want it retuned, you can send it to them and they'll retune it and send it back to you for free. Now, that in my book is huge. These guys are awesome. Each one of their calls are hand tuned by one of them, and you can send them back and they will retune them no matter what. So like I said, these calls come in these little black boxes. They're cardboard, but it's nice to store them, definitely. Now inside the box, the calls all come in this little bag right here, and then inside you have your duck call. So both of these are going to be acrylic calls. This one is a single reed. Like I was saying, this one is called the Checkmate. This is going to be their more like entry-level call, in my opinion, but these calls are super high quality. So you guys can see there is an O-ring down here on that, so you guys won't have problems. But then just the barrel is just an acrylic barrel. Now when I purchased this, I actually got it for a Christmas present. But the lower half came in and it was cracked. It was just a bad polymer piece, and in shipping it happened to crack. But we emailed them, said no problem, sent it right back. They sent it right back. Super fast shipping. I think total it was gone like 2 days, and then I had a brand new one. So that, in my part, is a huge thing in customer service nowadays, and I feel like a lot of companies within the hunting community and the hunting world do not offer. Honestly, there was a fish that jumped behind me. That was crazy. But I'll show you guys my goose call that I have by them. This one is going to be called the Crowd Control call by them. It's super hard to see, but I love their acrylics. They look so good. And they have a bunch of patterns on their website to where you guys can, go and pick whatever colors you want. This one has a double O-ring feature, more of a composite mouthpiece right here. And then the barrel is going to be actually a lot shorter on their goose call. But if you guys wanted to, these things are super easy to take apart, super easy to clean. Now, a unique feature on the goose call that I opted to get the option of is, I don't know how easy you guys will be able to see it, but I'm on the bottom of these calls. You guys can opt for either just your standard hole, and then they'll leave the rim, thick, wide, or on their goose call right here, they actually tapered it up inside of there. There you go, you guys can kind of see that a little bit better. But this call is insanely loud. I mean, it is ear-piercingly loud. Now this one is loud too, but I think if I went and had the bevel done on the end of this barrel, it would have been way louder. But I actually really enjoy this, but I also do think it comes with a couple drawbacks as well. Now, having the barrel, you know, shaved out like that, it's good for sound. It projects more voice, you know, scientifically, whatever. But in my opinion, this call takes so much more air to blow because of that than if it would just have a normal, you know, bottom to the call. Now that being said, I love these calls, and for the price, these are each like 120 bucks, 125 bucks, and shipping's relatively cheap with them. So, but for handmade calls that look with this quality, I mean, these things are amazing. At $125, you guys would be dumb not to buy these things. Yeah, you can go to 737 calls, you can go to wherever you want, you can buy the old OTLs. 125 bucks. These things are awesome. They're not mass produced calls. It's a small company out of Nebraska. Fast shipping, friendly people, good pricing. You guys should definitely check these things out. Now that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, you know, call a little bit for you guys so that way you guys can hear them. I'm not the greatest caller in the world. I've only started duck hunting a couple years ago, so don't be too hard on me in the comments. I'm still learning. And if you're not good, practice every single day. Take your call, put it in your truck, way to work, roll your windows down, make everyone think you're crazy for practicing calls in the middle of the city, but practice, practice, practice. That being said, here's a little sound clip for you. Alright, so the first one, we're going to go ahead and get a sound clip of the Checkmate duck call. This is going to be more of their beginner line. They have 3 calls in their duck call, like series. This one is more of their beginner friendly one. So, here you go. Not the greatest at it, and hopefully that came across pretty good, but overall I think the sound that comes out of this is pretty solid. Here soon I would definitely like to go ahead and purchase their call. I believe it's called the Jekyll or Jekyll. It's their more raspy version, they claim. I tend to like more of a raspy call, but I think this thing works great, honestly. This call does, in my opinion, have a pitch ceiling. You can't push too much air through this call, otherwise it won't take it all. But overall, I think this call for learning, it sounds great in my opinion. But I love it, and I'll give you guys another little clip right here. So. So hopefully that gave you guys another good representation of what this call does sound like. Now moving on, this goose call, I do struggle with a little bit. Like I said, it takes quite a bit of airflow. So please, don't be too hard on me. Alright, so right here we have hammer calls, crowd control, goose call. Give you guys a little sound clip right here. This call does have the optional, you know, the bottom taken out like I stated in the beginning, just so that way you guys know there might be a little bit of sound difference if the call doesn't have that or not. So here you go. So hopefully that right there kind of shows you guys how loud this thing is. I mean, my ears are ringing right now, and I was just using it to call. But overall, I think the sound is great out of this call. I think this thing sounds really, really well. So I'm gonna go ahead, give you guys one more sound clip for you guys to watch, and then we'll close this out. So that right there would be the crowd control by Hammer Calls. Okay, so that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you guys loved how this one turned out. In my opinion, these are honestly some of the best duck and goose calls that you can buy in today. I mean, it's a company who hand turns them. It's a company who stands behind their product 100%, and it's a company that has amazing customer service, and in today's industry it's unmatched, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna link Hammer Calls down in the description of this video. Please go ahead, check them out. I have no affiliation with them, I just love their product. And I can't wait, honestly, to try out the rest of their line, get into some of their more advanced calls, and see how I can progress with their advanced line of calls. That being said, please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more future content. Honestly, there are so many of you guys who aren't subscribed who watch my videos, and I would really, really, really appreciate it if you guys just hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that like button down below. It doesn't cost you guys a dime. That being said, I'll see you guys freaking later. Peace. I'm just having fun.